welcome back. In my last video I shared how to create a Flutter plugin and how to communicate with the underlying platform using method channels. In last video I only extended the functionality for Android devices, but in today's video I'll be sharing how to create a method channel in iOS using Swift and Xcode. Once we are done extending the functionality to iOS, I'll be adding more properties both in Android and iOS. Okay, let's start. So this is our last example application that we are getting the device information. So in this case the device is Android and the name is SDK because I am using an emulator today. In my last video, if you notice, I was using a physical device, Xiaomi, so it was displayed as the device name. Okay, so if you have not seen my last video, I'll be doing a quick overview about the folder structure and about the plugin. The name of the plugin was device info plugin. So there's a directory packages. I created this one in order to store all the packages or plugin packages that we'll be building for this demo application. So if we open this one, this is the structure. Normally a plugin will contain native code, that's why we call a plugin, otherwise it would be a package. So if you have a look at the counter package, it only has a lib folder. This only contains the Dart code. So this is a Flutter package, but the device info, there is more code added. So there is a lib directory, there is iOS, there is Android, which contains, for iOS it contains iOS related code, and for Android it contains Android related code, which is Kotlin and build cradles. So in our plugin class there was a method channel. There is a method channel that we registered. The name is device info, and when we receive a call from Flutter, the method, we are checking whether the method name is get device info. If the method name is correct, we are returning the model of the device, and this information is getting displayed in Flutter. You see, Android space device model. Okay, so we only have written this method channel implementation for Android. So if we try to run the application for iOS, we should hit a exception, because if we check the iOS code normally here in this device info plugin.swift, so the method channel is created, but the method name and the returned information is not correct. Let's try to run. In Flutter we can run simultaneously in multiple devices. So these are actually Android projects and iOS projects. So this Android directory you can open in your Android Studio as a Android project, and this iOS directory, this one you can open in Xcode. Why would we want to open in respective IDs? In order to get a better auto completion service, we can do that, but that's not a must. So if you have a look, there is no warning or no auto completion support will be there for me, because this is in Swift and I am using IntelliJ IDEA for this. So if I make a mistake or something, I don't get any autocomplete support or any error warning that I need to correct. Yeah, so that's why I'll share how to open this in Xcode, and Android one, you keep using IntelliJ IDEA. I'll also be sharing how to do that. Yeah. So okay, I run the application in iOS, and once it runs, immediately I get an exception because the method Flutter is calling is not handled. It's supposed to return this Flutter not method not implemented, this exception. Okay, so let's stop all the execution, run this iOS project in Xcode. Okay, select this one. The thing we can do is, this is a Flutter application, so we already have this iOS directory. So let's open the root iOS project that will contain a link to this device info plugin. So if you select the directory, you choose tools, you select Flutter, and you can see open iOS or macOS module in Xcode. If you don't get this menu here, sometimes it can happen because of different version of plugins or IDE. So what you can do is, you can open this Xcode workspace. You can open this Xcode workspace, this one in Xcode. So it will be opened as a iOS project. Yeah. Because Flutter cannot run without underlying platform, so Flutter has a shell. So got this code for runner is very simple one. We only have a delegate that starts the application and does initial plugin registration. I'm not touching that today. And inside the pods, okay, so the plugin code will be inside these pods, and the plugin, as we are doing the development, it should be in this development pods. So if you have a look at it as this Flutter and device info, so our concern is this device info because we'll be writing code there. Okay, so you found the plugin class. Right, so let's have a look at what the Flutter method and the channel name is, then we'll be able to implement this. So okay, the code we have here, we got this boilerplate when we created the plugin using terminal. I shared already how to create a plugin using terminal in my last video. If you have not seen it, I'll be dropping the link in the description below, and you will be able to have a reference to the video. Okay, so open the plugin. We have this plugin and the method channel is here. So the method channel name is device info, and in Swift we also have device info, so it's correct. And we'll be calling this device info get device info method. So the method name is different here. This should exactly match, and this is case sensitive, so remember this. If you get this wrong, you will never hit this case. Okay, so for device info we'll be returning, let's see what API has for iOS. Oh, we have a name. Okay, or we can do system name. Let's try that first. We can run the project from here, or we can run as from our IDE. So let's try. Okay, it's running now. So the device name is iOS. So let's try with the model. Now if we hot reload, it's not going to work. Let's try with hot restart. It's not gonna work because what we are doing is we are modifying the native code. So we need to close the application and we need to run again, because native code is not included when you do hot restart or hot reload, because that's the feature of Dart, but the native code does not support it. So you need to kill the application and rerun again when you write any native code or you make any changes in your Kotlin or Swift class or any other class. So remember that. The change is not reflected yet. You can run flutter clean, which is going to clean the workspace, and we need to run flutter pub get to recreate the files. Okay, let's try to run the project again. It should work. Okay, so the model name is also iPhone, as we are using a simulator. I'm not sure why the model and the name is returning generic name. It should return iPhone 16 plus, but that's okay. We get an idea how we can write the information from here, and if you run in a physical device, this will display the correct information. Okay, now we created the similar functionality for Android and iOS in our plugin. Now let's try to extend the functionality. What I will be doing is, let's do that first for Android. Okay, previously I was only displaying this model, Beige OS, code name, mini name there, but we are not getting any autocomplete support or nothing yet. So let's try to open this one as an Android project, and we'll be able to get auto completion support. Yeah, so I selected this Android directory, go to tools, Flutter. See, the menu is not there to open this directory as an Android project in Android Studio, but for iOS we are getting. So this can happen. What I need to do is I need to open this directory, this demo app, and here we go, the Android. So we'll be opening this directory, and IDE is going to recognize this one as Android project. Yeah, syncing the build gradle. Okay, this is done already. Now our plugin device info is added with our Android project as a module, so we can access this code from here in Kotlin and Java. Okay, one thing to notice is I am using Android view, so only Android related things are displayed here, and it's categorized based on the module and other things. If you use the other views like project, it will be displayed in this way. That's okay. For simplicity, you can select Android and have this simplified view. We can have autocomplete support. Let's say with this model I want to have other information like Android version. Yeah, so or API level, this. So what I can do is model name, what is more information we have, code name, OS we also can access, we have version codes. So for the time being we have this, and let's add OS, which should return the release to us. I will be doing the same for iOS in Swift. Okay, so iOS, I'm not sure we can get the access or not. Okay, here let I'll be to system version we can access, and we can also access the model. Okay, model we did. System name, I'm not sure new line works here or not. I'll be running in both device simultaneously. So first I run in Android, now I run for iOS. Let's see the result side by side. Okay, the new line is working and we got the API level and OS version, which is 14.34, and the device name. Let's try to check what problem we have in our Swift plugin. Okay, so it says missing argument. Okay, we put the string information in info variable, but we forgot to pass this with a result. Okay, let's try again now. Okay, it's running now. Also the new line is working and you can see some more information added. The alignment is already messed up, but that's not the thing we targeted now. For now, at least we can do the modification later. So we have this device information both implemented in Android and iOS, and we did this using method channel. So that will be all for today. Thank you for watching. See you in next video.